the name harbor. You're never supposed to stay at the pier or at the dock. You're supposed to get some rest, get what you need, so that you can go back out. And that's kind of our focus. I want people to come. I want people to rest, get what they need, and then go back out. And I think that just goes right back down to how we interact with and treat our employees. Is you're coming to a place that is really accepting and a place that is really understanding, that has a lot of patience, a lot of grace, and but we're not just letting you stay this. We're not just letting you like not work or not develop. We're also pushing you towards growth and development. But it's a safe place to do that. It's a place to try things, make mistakes, and grow, and then eventually
Go on your way.
go on your way.
Hard not micromanaging her at the beginning, because this is your baby, right? This
Right.
is your thing. You're like, I have
Yeah.
this vision of what I want. Was it hard to kind of give her a little more leash? Or not her specifically, but just with the business in general, kind of set the expectation and then let everybody run wild with it.
That's something that I'm good at. I am trying to learn how to be good at developing like leadership development, developing leaders, developing people to really go after their dreams and goals. And I get to do it on this little scale of harbor, where they're employed, but I'm also encouraging them to follow their dreams, hopes, and goals. It's really beyond like everyone that works for us right now is probably not going to, it's a part-time job, so they're probably not going to be with us forever. Each person that works for us, so they're gonna go do their own things. But I want to be someone who empowers them to really to learn those skills of how do I be creative in what I do, take advantage of the opportunities that I have within Harvard, but also like I hope Bailey starts her own bakery one day, and then we're just a wholesale account for her, and one of the many, like that's my hope, is to help give people a strong foundation so that they can do more. And so that's kind of where my focus was at the very beginning. So it was a lot easier. I think the difficulty for me is definitely maybe on the other side of like just staying with them, just holding them accountable that they're getting like the job done and getting it done the proper way. Like I'm working on developing more of a standard and
Like more accountability.
more accountability.
Okay.
And
So you're on the opposite
I'm on the other
end.
end.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, I trust you. Go do it.
Then they're outside smoking a joint. And you're like, hey,
exactly.
maybe we should cook something.
Yeah, I mean, in my first month, I had to fire someone. I had to, I've done a lot of like conflict resolution. I've had to really put my big boy pants on and just call the shots. And so I can do it, and like I've learned how to do it, but it's definitely it's my least favorite thing to do. And there are probably areas where I can be a little more involved and, walk alongside people instead of just being like, okay, go.
Yeah.
And I don't want our employees feeling deserted or anything. So that's kind of what I focus on. I don't think anyone feels that way. It's just it's more likely than them feeling micromanaged, I think, by me.
It's very interesting that you kind of went into your business with that perspective, because a lot of people, they start their business and they set it up in a way where they want everyone they bring in to stay there. Like,
Right.
this is your priority. Your priority is helping me build my dream. We're all working on this one thing.
Right.
And we're focusing. We're working 15 hours. We're focusing on this idea. I don't want you working on your other project, because then you're taking away from your time.
Yeah.
I think, especially, I'm a little biased because that's like the tech startup world, which is what I'm a little more familiar with.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. Especially like in game development, you're just working on this one idea. You're not out programming your other thing on the side. No, we're working every day on this one thing.
Right.
And it's interesting
Exactly.
hearing you say, well, I want to help them build their ideas too. I want this to kind of be a pit stop on their journey to where they're going to end up.
Right.
I think that's a really awesome way to look at it.
Yeah, and that's the vision of our shop in general. That's why it's called Harbor. It's a place where people just can come rest. The phrase that I use is step into harbor, step out of the hurry, and you're stepping, um, you're at the beginning of it. I was trying to build a shop that was very unique to Humboldt, like was nothing like it. So I coined the term step into harbor, step out of Humboldt, but it just has that connotation of like Humboldt negativity. And I do love Humboldt, so I changed it to step out of the hurry because that's the main focus of it is you're out in the world and it's busy, it's messy, especially once 2022 hit. Everyone was like, let's get back to normal, and that happened fast. Like people were like, let's bring back everything we used to do and more.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, it is getting really really fast. Um, and to have a place where people can come in, whether they're spending 5 minutes or literally 5 hours. Like we've had some people stay there for a really long time, like just to come in and experience some sort of rest, so they can go out and just continue doing what they're doing. And that's the name harbor. You're never supposed to stay at the pier or at the dock. You're supposed to get some rest, get what you need, so that you can go back out. And that's kind of our focus is I want people to come, I want people to rest, get what they need, and then go back out. And I think that just goes right back down to how we interact with and treat our employees is you're coming to a place that is really accepting and a place that is really understanding, that has a lot of patience, a lot of grace, and we're not just letting you stay this we're not just letting you like not work or not develop. We're also pushing you towards growth and development. But it's a safe place to do that. It's a place to try things, make mistakes, and grow, and then eventually
Go on your way.
go on your way. And I mean, we have some employees that will probably be with us for a long time, and that's obviously fine with me.
Yeah,
Having a
not a
few
bad
having
add-on.
right, having a few people that really know their stuff, have learned. Um, we have an amazing general manager. His name's Justin. He did like we would not be where we are now without him. He was in the shop, um, putting the lights up, painting, like getting everything ready for us. Like we would just come in, tell him what we wanted, and he would like do it. And we would come in and help, but he was the one that was like he put blood, sweat, and tears into that place. Um, and we're really really thankful for that. And like he's someone that's still with us, and he handles a lot of the culinary directing. He handles a lot of the ordering and um, he helps us maintain that mindset of what we're all about. And he does a good job of loving and caring for our employees. And yeah, just you know, you know, when when our employees go through breakups and go through deaths in the family and go through, but also the fun stuff, right? The weddings and we have a lot of that. We like knowing what's happening in our employees' lives and walking alongside them. And Justin helps us do that. And
That's awesome.
we've walked with Justin through all that stuff too.
Yeah,
So
that's an awesome perspective.
yeah.
You don't hear that with a lot of businesses.
Well, they say like don't go into business with your friends. And that's a
Don't go into business with any friends you want to stay friends with. That's
right.
the thing.
And that's and then there I was starting a business with my closest friends, and business is supposed to be bad for your marriage. It's supposed to be bad for your friendships, and
You made it work.
yeah, for so far. It's if I were unaware of it, it'd be stupid, But I know that that's a risk, and you have to know your risks, and you have to be intentional about making sure those risks don't become reality. And that's what I really try to do, not to be complacent to my risks, and that helps me be more efficient. And but I can't take care of all my risks all at once. That's the hard part for me. Is there's always just a low level of risk and
It's part of
danger. It's
life.
just part of, yeah, that's for sure.
You just got to keep moving forward.
Yeah, but I've so far it's been great. I went into this, knowing that that was a big risk. I'm looking at it. We're not open yet. I'm just like, these are my closest friends. And we have a business partner, and he was one of our he's still one of our closest friends, one of my mentors, one of Sarah's mentors. We love him dearly, and we had to make the decision: if Harbor fails, we're still friends. Like the business, we lose tons of money, like that's okay. We still have our birthdays, right? We had to go through. We had to be okay with that. Um, going bankrupt together before we could really step into this too. We had to be okay with everything else failing, but maintaining um, our friendship. You
Was
know,
that a difficult conversation to have?
yeah,
Because
and
now
it
it's
was
not just you and
multiple.
your wife. It's now we've got our friend, and if this
Right.
crashes,
Yeah,
that's
it's
on our heads, you
yeah,
know.
and it's something that will bring me anxiety from time to time, and luckily, our business partner is just an amazing person. So they are very understanding, very very patient, and they they know that they've made that decision as well. So yeah, just having that mutual understanding, um, and even with everyone else, we have to, you know even though we're friends, we have to be okay with firing certain people. And some certain people that work for us we're closer with than others, but we have to, at the end of the day, we have to be okay with firing them, and we have to be okay with, like say, Justin. Very, I'm very very close with Justin. If we were to fire him, I, we have talked. We'd still be friends. We've had like it's really weird. It's really weird to say because I never would, but I could. And um, that's the thing. But I've, I never, um, we will definitely, if you will work with us, we'll work with you. That's just a mutual agreement, and that's worked out for us for now.